Jason Decanio Show. Starring your host, Jason Decanio. On the Jason Decanio Show, you get the greatest of music, news, weather, and of course, news of the weird. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, the Jason Decanio Show, the greatest listener-supported internet radio station on this great planet we call Earth. And now, the guy that's so cool, they gave him his own radio station, Jason Decanio.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Jason Decanio Show. It's episode number 440 on this Wednesday night, April 22nd, 2014. It's a special edition of the Jason Decanio Show, 3 hours, because this episode, launches the premiere episode of what we're going to be talking about all through this entire 3-hour show. I want you to join me and listen very carefully to what's going to happen. I've got 3 guests tonight. Yes, 3 guests. They're all going to tell their story. It's a story about a dude that never wants to leave well enough alone when he has to. A dude that's going to get sued by every movie production company that he fools around with. Who am I talking about? Tonight's show is all about the man who claims to be eBay is a joke. Charles W. Fish. That's right, friends. We're going to expose this guy on this show tonight. And we're going to do it with 3 people who have felt the wrath of this imbecile. We're also going to give you the bogus articles that have proved once and for all that this man is suable for libel. We're going to give you the definition of what libel is. We're going to talk to Chris Kennedy, Stephanie Breon, and my main man, 30JK. In the next 3 hours. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. And good evening, everybody, and welcome to the show tonight, live from the WJDC studios in beautiful Vito, Florida, for this edition of our great show here, the Real Credible Show, the show that keeps everybody entertained and informed, inspired, and as always, friends, this show here is as real can be, and we've been doing it for 6 long, great years, 6.5 to be exact, and we're going to continue to bring you the truth every time we broadcast it from this particular spot here. In my little studio here, in the corner back part of my mom's house, yes, custom built, made to produce this show and put it in a format that you can enjoy. We bring you the greatest music here the greatest information, and the up-to-the-date stuff, friends. Plus, we have great guests like Jason Kelly, Chris Kennedy. We've had previous guests on our show like Dean Goss, Mr. Instrumentalist Nick Jones, DJ Naughty Kevin Martinez, and a whole host of other people, friends. Randy West, Jack Nars' son Jim Nars. We had Jeff Edwards before he passed on. Friends, these were real people that came on this show to talk about their careers, and it was an honor and privilege to talk to them. Yes, we even had Long Island Mary, the up-and-coming comedian out there in Sarasota, Florida. She's a good and loyal friend, and true to the Jason Decanio show. Maria Campanella, the ice cream girl, who does her thing up there in the northeastern part of the United States in New York. All started with her father's ice cream truck. He works days, she works nights. And they have continued that tradition up there for such a long time, and they bring joy and happiness to everybody. She sends her regards as well, too. Tara J. Jones, anti-bullying, cyber-stalking advocate. She's going to be on my first show, and I'm going to get her on my first show when we launch the new show coming up. And it's going to be a surprise to everybody, because it is high time that we realize that cyberbullying, cyber-stalking, the harassment, the pranks, the jokes, it's all going to come to an end, and if these bastards don't want to give it up, we'll continue to expose them. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the guy who will leave no one alone. Then tonight, he's going to get a taste, if he's listening, to 3 individuals who will come forward and testify against his fat, sorry ass in front of a judge and put him to the test to answer the tough questions that he refuses to answer and that no one has the balls to ask except me and the man who pretty much gave it to him, who was Mr. DeMarco. All right? So, my first hour tonight has a great man who is a loyal friend and true to the Jason Decanio show. He is post-editor for the Queens New Yorker. And he writes most of the station identifications for the Jason Decanio show, a world of sound effects, and he is true to the game show community. He knows his game shows over 30 years, friends. He goes far back as 1985. He can even go back farther to the 1950s and 60s if he has to. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Chris Kennedy. Chris Kennedy, who knows Randy West personally. He knows Wink Martindale. He has talked with Jeff Edwards before he passed on. He's good friends with Tom Kennedy, Chuck Woolery, okay, Jim Perry, Dick Clark before he passed on, okay. This gentleman who I'm bringing on is going to tell his story. And I want you to listen very carefully as to why he was stalked by Charles Fitch. Why? Because the man sites with me and is friends with me. Chris Kennedy came down here to visit Central Florida. Okay? And he's going to tell his story, and you better listen good, because it's a story that comes from the heart. It is the truth and nothing but the truth. We have the evidence to back it up. We have the accounts. We have the posts. We have everything documented and doxed on our Teen Paws Facebook group page. And if you'd like to be part of that, just send me a friend's request and I'll get you in. And if you'd like to fight the man who's been terrorizing the internet for the last 3.5 years with his crack comments, his bogus bullshit, and a whole bunch of other stuff, then help me join the fight. Join with me and let's stand up and fight this 450-pound loser who claims to hate eBay and PayPal so much that he has to break the law in order to do it. But we're not going to talk about eBay and PayPal tonight. No, this has nothing to do with eBay and PayPal, okay? It has nothing to do with Amazon. It has nothing to do with internet, online, marketing, business consultants. We're not going to bore you with that. Tonight we're talking cyberbullying, cyber harassment, and everything else that goes along with just trying to do an honest day's work on the computer, friends. That's what we're here to do tonight. And we're going to do it in a fashion that deserves every bit of your attention. So let's go ahead and do it right now. Let's start it up. I'm going to get Chris Kennedy on the phone. And we'll be doing that. Let's see. Yep. All right. In order to do this, I have to get some numbers put in. So bear with me one sec as we go along here. I had to put the phone up there for a minute. And I'm going to call him right now. Put the number in, and we are... It's kind of quite difficult to have to type these numbers, friends. All right, let's talk to Chris Kennedy.
How are you?
Hey, Chris. Welcome to the Jason Decanio show tonight.
How are you, brother, man?
I'm doing great, man. It is an honor and privilege to talk to the guy who pretty much is a loyal friend and true to the Jason Decanio show, the Queens New Yorker, and pretty much every venue that I am involved with.
Yeah, I very much try to can, and I will intend to do that forever and ever.
Yep. But tonight we're going to be talking about your involvement with
That's
the cyber
right.
stalker, Charles W. Fitch. You have the floor, my friend, and I'll ask you some questions along the way. And, of course, if you don't have an answer for anything of it or you choose not to answer it, that's okay. This is your time.
I appreciate it.
You have the next 45 minutes. So go ahead and spill your story to everybody, please.
Yeah, bro. This is my story, unabridged, no holds barred back. How I got involved was I basically listened and I heard about, you were going through a lot, right? You had an interview basically coming on with right about this time, 2 years ago exactly to the date, yeah.
Yes, 2 days.
April 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Yeah, 2 years ago. That's exactly right. The 2-year anniversary is this Friday, to be exact.
Yes, Jason. Well, I must say that you did it with the interview with Mr. Joe DeMarco. Mm-hmm. And I heard the backstory, the backlog, and I sided, of course, with him. And you know what? He was right, Joe DeMarco, you know? Mm-hmm. He's the victim, what we call the intimidator, Charles W. Fitch. He is the bully, and he was the con man. He was ripping Joe DeMarco off, seriously, I find, after listening to the backlog and all the proof that he's been posting on the stories, and I saw what was going on. I sided with Joe, definitely, and I voiced my opinion. I wasn't going to sit there and say nothing. Mm-hmm. I said, you know what? This guy, Charles W. Fitch, is wrong. He's breaking the law, and I am very sorry. All I basically said at first was, I feel sorry for you, Joe. And then he comes attacking me, Charles W. Fitch. I said, you know what? Charles W. Fitch is wrong, you know. I strike again. I come by again. I say, you're in the wrong, Chucky.
Yeah.
Now that I remember it, I do remember it now. It was in the chat box in your show.
Yeah.
Chucky, you're wrong.
Let me reiterate the story here for everybody. When I interviewed Mr. DeMarco over 2 years ago, I had the chat on the screen, and there was 21 people coming in, and they were all fake channels that Mr. Fitch basically had made to come in and invade the channel. So that he said, well, I don't care what they say about me. I really don't care if they talk crap smack about me. But then 3 hours later, he comes in and he starts invading the channel and asking all these stupid questions. And of course, I knew it was him, and I started kicking and banning all the fake accounts out.
Right. I put a stop to that. Him saying, "Oh." I tried to put a stop to him bullying the channel, you know, because I heard he was getting intimidating and aggressive.
Right.
I could see that.
Now let me ask you something, Chris. Let me ask you something. I in no way have what's the word I'm looking for? Forced you to answer in a way I've never kind of No
way.
No. Okay.
Absolutely not, Jason.
Because he could turn around and say, "Oh, sure." He could turn around and say, "Oh, sure." Jason's paying him to say something, or he had it all scripted and not him. This is not scripted, friends. There's no script in front of my hands here, and Mr. Kennedy does not have a script that he's reading off of either. Okay.
Well, you know what? I can attest to the truth that Jason Fitch, whenever he says that, it's full of shit.
Exactly.
You know. He should mind his own damn business.
That's what we've been saying for 2 years, Chris. I don't think it's getting through his head.
Well, it better soon. Because I'm getting sick and tired of this. We all are. You more so than I. Mr. DeMarco more so than I. All of us are.
Well,
all of us equally more, I should say.
Bottom line is he hates Mr. DeMarco more than any of us, but he's hating me. It's getting up there with Mr. DeMarco. It's kind of creeping up because I keep intimidating him, and the reason being is I want him to know that I will not back down from him at all. You can keep on fueling the fire, Mr. Fitch, but I guarantee you I'm the one that's going to slam you every time with the truth, and you know why? Because you just can't handle it, and I can tell you from this point on,
you can't handle the truth.
Right, as Jack Nicholson would say.
Right.
That's it.
Exactly. Way to go, Jason.
Right, Jack?
But you better get that from your mind.
You can't handle the truth.
That's it. And he can't. That was quoted from, of course, A Few Good Men. And that was the greatest line ever. And from this day, Mr. Fitch cannot handle the truth. Oh, he loves to attack us with bogus crap and bogus lies. But when it comes right back to him, oh no. It's cyber harassment. It's cyberbullying. It's cyber stalking. It's baseless lies, baseless facts. That's what he quotes every time.
Right on, yeah.
You know?
And he keeps doing this crap on YouTube, you know? Later on, the story goes on to say I went on Mr. DeMarco's videos and I commented saying serious stuff, saying, Chucky, you're wrong.
Right.
I cannot wait for his arrest, period.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to his arrest because he's wrong.
Well,
I think he should be thrown in jail forever or for a long time. Well, now it's going to be forever because the consequences will come to him one day for what he's doing. I heard he likes to try people's patience.
Oh, yeah, he's tried everybody's patience. It's a no-brainer. I mean, everything.
Absolutely.
But here's the kicker. Here is the kicker. The kicker is that he has a choice, and he chooses not to leave us alone. And that's a choice. That's the bad choice because when it comes down to it, we have the truth that could put him away. And if he really does value his freedom, and I think at this point he doesn't, you know, Chris, I don't
think so. No way.
I think it's high time he realizes that he is not going to have any more chances. It's getting thinner and thinner, and and as far as I'm concerned, he's running out of time. He's running out of time, literally.
That is right. And Jason, I must say, I don't think he gives a crap really.
No, he says he doesn't. He said flat out, I don't care. Well, obviously you don't. We understand that. But here's the thing. We are going to make sure that when you go to jail, you get treated like you treated us for the last 3 years. Like a piece of dirt, you're going to get treated like dirt.
That's right.
And you won't be eating your salmon or your nice little fish in your little new wave oven anymore. Everything's going to be confiscated.
Or your pretty damn precious Subway.
No,
that's the penalty you pay for bothering and bullying us.
Yep. Now here's a big thing that, had a lot to do with you. You were impersonated by the character Susan Foster on your own YouTube channels. And please explain to everybody what had happened.
Well, I'm gonna get to that in a minute, but it goes on to say when I was talking about Mr. DeMarco's and the commenting in his videos.
Okay,
I'm a little nervous here, so forgive me.
Yeah, go ahead and back to that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off on that.
No problem, Jason. It's just I'm at a loss for words here because I'm so upset by this guy, but the public enemy. I'm just trying to get my story straight, you know.
Well, you just
if I
take
recall
your time.
Correctly,
you just take your time, okay?
Thanks, buddy.
No problem.
If I recall correctly, man, he told me to stay out of this. And one of his accomplices who wouldn't mind his own damn business, and I was going to send him a message, but I didn't. I was so stupid enough not to send him a message standing up for myself, fighting back, saying, well, I let it go. He should be grateful that I let it go.
Right.
Might have been Keith Detweiler for I know. I don't know. Or Ed Coon. Ed Coon, I don't know. But he told me, he basically said, you stay out of this. And this other accomplice said there could be consequences for your YouTube channel. I'm like, try me. There could be consequences for you again, you know, if he could have a lawsuit against you or whatever, you know?
Right.
Now, they're going to Susan whoever Foster or whatever the hell her name is. Yeah, Susan Foster, I know that's her name.
Or Paranormal Susan as he was using.
Paranormal Susan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he poses as a woman, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And he has the nerve to call me fag or queer. Let me tell you something. If you think I'm fag or queer, look at yourself. And I don't have anything against gay people. Not at all. But if you want, is that the only language you use? That's insulting to gay people. Yep. Public enemy, Chucky. And you know what? You make fun of people with Asperger's and autism. I got it, dude. Buddy boy. And you're not my buddy. I'm saying that sarcastically.
Yeah.
Chucky Fitch. Public enemy. You think you can diagnose? You're not a doctor. You're illegal. You can go to jail for that. And I would see to it that you go to jail for that. It's nice. I will.
Oh,
I'm not kidding. I will.
Oh, there was time.
I'm good on my promises.
He's diagnosed me the same way with, for autism and Asperger's and everything else in the book.
Well, I'm going to tell you something right now, public enemy, Chucky. You should mind your own goddamn business and leave people alone.
Mm-hmm.
Son of a bitch that you are. I'm tired of you doing this, and you offended me too. And what do you expect me to say, dude? What do you expect me to say, Chucky, dude? Huh? Now, here's the deal, Jason. I was doing some workout videos on one of my other channels, and I still have that up there on YouTube. I'm not taking it down. No. That's like something I like to do, you know? And why should I stop, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's something I like. I don't care, really, you know? I can do whatever I want. It's a free country, and Chucky, you know, you want to cause trouble, there's consequences in it for you. Keep adding to those consequences. They're going to happen one day. We're going to see to it that you get thrown with lawsuits, slapped with lawsuits. You understand? Think you're a big boy, huh? You're just a little kid in the mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick and tired of this, Mr. Fitch, Mr. Public Enemy Fitch. And you know what? I wore outlandish body outfits. And you know what? I don't care anymore, you know? I can wear whatever I want. It's a free country. They're unisex, you know? And you pose as a woman, Chucky Public Enemy Fitch. Mm-hmm. You know what? You could say, try posting on your stupid little site. You know why? Because, you know what? If you think it's going to cause me suicide you think you're going to try to get me to kill myself? Think again, Chucky. You can't do it, you know?
Yeah.
You can't bully me to the point of suicide because I'm done with that crap. I tried a long time ago as a teenager. It didn't work because I didn't have the courage to do it. So I'm done with that crap. So you know what? I crave your bullying. I'm a fighter, you know. I thrive getting what I want, you know. I work very hard. I shouldn't say a fighter. I work hard. I work to get the jobs that I want. So Yeah. So basically, he was harassing, he was bullying, and then every time I called him out on it, yeah, he would send me stupid little messages.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I the victim? Because of that, you know? And now I'm receiving stupid little emails on my other accounts, my professional accounts. You know, I mean, they're all professional, but my game show accounts, my video game accounts, every other account that I own on YouTube, just mainly on YouTube, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's the problem with him?
Now, let me ask you a question. This is a guy also that he has subscribed to pretty much all your channels using fake channels, correct?
Right. He never quit.
Exactly. And so that classifies him. That classifies him as a cyber stalker.
And cyber bully and cyber
and
harassment. It's a crime.
Right. And he says, no, that's not bullying. That's not stalking. Yeah, it is. When you constantly
well, he can go to hell, Chucky.
You constantly follow people around, and you watch them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on their internet activity. You are a cyber stalker. It's hands down.
You are right.
Okay. Now he can call me one, whatever the heck, but I'm telling you,
because you do it to him, buddy, Chucky, and you're not our buddy.
I don't stalk him, because I don't subscribe to any of his faux channels at all. And faux, by my faux, I mean his fake article channels that don't mean a thing because we've got them shut down.
That's right. That's right. All we're doing is getting the evidence to get you locked up, Chucky. Mm-hmm. That's what we're trying to say, you know?
Right.
We're typewriting it. We're documenting it. End of that goddamn story.
That's it. Pretty much.
I'm sick and tired of being bullied, stalked, harassed. I'm sick of it. I'm not going to take no for an answer. I'm not playing games anymore.
Yep. And you have every right to say that because you have been the victim. You know, and he keeps saying, well, you know, I'm the victim here. They're the bullies.
Bullshit, if he says that.
No, he's out of context, okay? He don't know the meaning of it, yet I've given him so many definitions as to what cyber stalking really is about from the Wikipedia, from the web pages out there. I mean,
I know.
This stuff is out there for everybody to research. You do the research, and of course everybody's going to have a difference of opinion on it, but the facts are if you stalk somebody online, it's the same as stalking somebody from across the street with a pair of binoculars. You follow them around for 24 hours a day, and you don't leave them alone. That's stalking.
Yes, indeed.
Okay? When you post bogus articles about a person without consent and you don't have the facts to back it up, that's libel.
Exactly.
You know,
it's slander.
It's slander. It's defamation. It's everything
of character.
Yep, it's everything pretty much, folks, that Charles cannot win against us, okay? He's going to try and bullshit his way through the courts and cry to the judge, where, poopy boy in the diapers, go clean your ass, because I'll tell you right now, your words mean nothing. They're irrelevant to everything you've said. That's it.
Exactly.
You know,
he's one of the reasons why I have mental issues, worse than ever. Why I have health issues, worse so. And I'm about to quit with this, you know. I'm about to take control of my health issues, my mental issues, and I'm not going to let that slow me down, stop me, you know. Mm-hmm. I have a long goddamn life ahead of me. I have a lot of things on my bucket list, and I'm about to chase them now.
Now,
at 32 years of age.
Now, let me ask you something. Did you save any of your emails from him directly?
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm trying to save as many as I can, especially to this day.
Okay. Do you want to share some of that as to it? Because he's going to say, well, where's Chris Kennedy's credible truth to the fact that I sent these under these fake names? Where's his truth? So we're going to ask you, Chris, where is it?
Okay, Charles, you're really trying me, huh?
And don't forget to include.
Well, you're going to hear them.
Don't forget to include the time and the date of the email.
Remind me if I forget, but you're right. I'm going to go to it right now.
Okay.
Let's do it. Here we go. Looking for Fitch. I'm sorry. Looking for. Let's look at YouTube. Any messages from that dude? Should I pretty much spammed him. He thinks he can report me. He's really trying my patience, you know?
He tries
It'll
everybody's
take me a while to
patience.
find them, but
Well, okay. In the meantime, while you're searching it, I can
I found one actually.
Okay, go ahead and share it with us.
Here we go, Jason.
Okay.
Ha ha! We got your. I mean, ha ha ha! We got your Weebly down already. That's what Freaker Tom sent me on January 23rd. That asshole.
At what
The
time?
jerk. At about roughly. Let me check, Jason. 3:07 in the morning.
Yep, that's about the time old Chucky Boy decides to get up and start stalking the channels. Yep.
God damn him.
Anytime you get a message at between 1 and 6 in the morning, Central Time,
Bully.
you know it's from Chuck Fitch. And it
You're
doesn't
right.
matter whatever name he's using, Freaker Tom, it could be Phil Guru, it could be Susan
Can you top
Foster.
3 rock singers?
Yep,
$1 Million Pro.
yep.
Now, Freaker Tom, who wrote this? Keith Detweiler, if you don't take down those channels, you're going to see your own bully website of you going up. Take down the channels ASAP or eBij is EB. It's actually spelled EBIAJ. Must be a typo from the cell phone. It's going to give me the okay to do it. Who is that?
It's that's eBay is a joke for short. It's his initials.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Freaker Tom again, and it's recorded at oh, Jesus Christ, I'm sorry.
No. Don't be sorry. Go ahead. Take your time, like I say, you know.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
308. Another one right after.
So about a minute later, he goes. So in other words, what you're saying is a minute later, he goes on under a different name and sends the same threatening email, and he says, "Oh, there's no connection to neither one of them." Well,
there
is a connection to it, fat boy, and let me tell you something. The connection is if they were a minute apart, only you would be able to send it to them. Okay?
Right.
And only you would know Chris Kennedy's email or Gmail address because you stalk his channel. And when you're subscribed to his channel, then you have access to it, even though he blocked you. Well, you did block him after a couple of times, or?
Oh, of course. I blocked him after he sent me the message, or after I found out he sent me the messages. Then I can block him. That's when I put him to sleep half the time, you know.
Right.
And he sends me those goddamn messages. Now, I sent those 2 messages, and every other message after that, I believe. I sent these 2 definitely to Crazy New York Driver.
Mm-hmm.
That's Joe DeMarco.
Right.
And now, let's see if I have any more messages from YouTube message. Jeez. This is horrible, I tell you. Top 3 rock singers. There you go again. Let's go. Another fail. I mean, why the fuck is what he sending me this? Top 3 rock singers sent me the message. Another fail. That's the message. I mean, mind your goddamn business. Well, our internet media, my enterprise is another fail. Well, let me tell you something. You stay out of my business, all right? Stay the hell away from my business. The consequences are coming your way. You know what they are, so fuck off, all right? So January 31st, end of the month, 2015, 2:07 a.m. By the way, January 23rd, 2015 was when those Freaker Tom messages, those 2 messages were sent.
Okay, that's
Forgot
good.
to iterate that.
Yep, and you submitted those emails. You have the original emails. Like I said, Mr. Fitch, you say you never sent those emails. We've got the valuable proof right there, and all we have to do is put it on a hard drive disk, put it into a CD-ROM, pull it up on the screen, and it's right there in front of you. Now, what you going to say about that, buddy?
Now, what would be nice is if, for Christ's sake, if YouTube. If I executive ordered them, gave them a court order to had a court order filed on them to send me, if I could recall correctly, the names of Charles W. Fitch's stupid little stealth accounts for them to pull up what the messages were that I deleted I do have some of them saved, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Or forwarded them to Joe DeMarco. Now, here comes more of them. If I can find them. I know he sent me one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. This is exciting, but this is definitely grueling for me. Holy jelly donuts. Here we go. I'm sorry?
You're doing fine. You just keep pounding away, man. You just keep pulling up the stuff here. But like I said before, friends, this is exactly what I've been trying to emphasize to everybody over the past 2 years, that Mr. Fitch denies the fact. He flat out denies it. He says, no, I can't stop people from sending out these messages. Who are your people? Who are the assholes that work for you? Because it's only you. You don't have any friends. Okay?
Right, you big jerk, Chucky.
Every time I force him to make a video, exposing this particular character, he says, "Oh man, he's a bully. He's forced in the character," and he makes it out to be a character. This is not a freaking joke, Mr. Fitch. You are being put on the stand, and you're going to answer to these stupid characters. You're going to answer to these questions because no one else has the balls to ask you, because you're just going to deny the whole thing. Well, tough break, man. We're here for the next 3 hours, and we're exposing every bit of it, and we're going to keep doing it because I got a message. Right after I get off the phone with you, Chris, right after we go, before we put
Jason.
Stephanie on, I've got a big important message that's coming up. So I want to I know I've given you 45 minutes, but I'm going to have to cut you about 7:50. All right?
Gotcha, Jason.
So,
well, let me just, holy jelly donuts. I found a couple more messages.
oh, well.
Can you believe this?
Share them.
Here we go, laying them on you.
Okay.
The first of which is, oh my God, they're going, oh for goodness sake. $1 million message. This is the only one I say. Well, first of all, if I can recall correctly, I'll have YouTube would get it by executive court order if I must. If I recall correctly, the message says, and I remember it to the word almost, get a license and show us that you have a license in order to do the internet channel, you stupid jerk, or something like that.
Oh yeah, he was questioning your production company. That's right.
I'm like, mind your goddamn business, Chucky Fitch. We know it's you, and I'm gonna have your asshole thrown in jail.
Right.
And I said reported for spam, and I'm like, you know what? I blocked his asshole. I'm like, fuck you, Chucky Fitch, so.
Yeah, that's coming back to
me now. I'm a man, you're a kid,
I recall the fact that he happened to see one of your slide demo reels of me and your productions coming together for that.
Yeah.
Remember that video you did with that scroll of the Queens New Yorker, and you put in Jason Decanio Productions, Chris Kennedy Productions.
Right.
So Fat Boy decides to try to put 2 and 2 together to think that we're now going into the production business. Now he gets the idea of like, well, where's your license?
Mind your own goddamn business, Chucky Fitch. How many times I have to motherfucking say it?
No. But again,
you know what? You better stop stalking us.
That's asking too much. Telling him to stop stalking you, Chris, is not. It's like it's in one ear and out the other. That's why I keep saying get the Q-tip, get the wax out of your ears and stuff.
You know.
I mean,
but when the courts tell him to do, they will. He better damn well do it when the courts tell him to.
He was even told by his lawyers, his so-called lawyers, that hey, we failed to see who's representing him, who would be stupid enough to represent a porter like him, a porker. Okay.
Chucky Fitch, right?
Right. His lawyers even told him to back off 72 hours, 3 days off, get away from your computer until trial. What does that dude do?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. He ignores his lawyers at the and he goes right back and stalks us again. And I did a video on that, and he said it flat out. I'm beheeding my lawyer's request. I'm back on the internet, and no one's going to stop me.
God damn him, Chucky! You're really digging yourself in your own grave. You're going to get thrown in jail.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care about it. I can tell you right now.
Obviously, he's going to lose in this.
You know,
he's going to lose, and he can say he can lay it on me. I don't care anymore.
Right.
This is giving me enough emotional scars as it was. I'm not about to let it go. Oh, here we go. It's another one sent by eBay Critic Radio. That wanted to send you. I know I'm going to goddamn well, I'm going to give you. I'm going to get another message, and I'm going to have to forward it to you and DeMarco for evidence, for proof. But here's another one that he was attacking both you and I.
Uh-huh.
Blog Talk Radio. He put a link to Jason Kelly's show.
Mm-hmm.
The one that we did on that day, which was April 3rd, and he said, no, the Decanio bully site will be coming down, ha, ha, ha. Evil fucker that he laughed. Look at him, how immature he writes, ha, ha, ha. But let me read it word for word, for verbatim again. No, the Decanio bully site will be coming down, ha, ha, ha. And you're pushing your luck, Kennedy. I left you alone. But you keep it up, fag. Well, you know what? I'm going to send you a personal response, Chucky. You're the fag, you hoe. Keep it up, Chucky. I'm not pushing my luck. You are.
Yep.
I'm tired of this, man.
No, it's getting old, but it's getting old like his whiskers on his face, man. It's just, I don't know what else to tell you, but like I said, we're not going.
And that was sent April 4th, by the way. I'm
right.
sorry to interrupt. 7:36 in the morning.
Oh, gee whiz. We know, like I said, the dude sleeps during the day and he's up at night on the overnights because he thinks that, well, half of them are probably sleeping or working. Hey, man, I have an overnight job, okay? All right? Sometimes I'm not by my computer like you are 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, okay?
Right.
You know?
Right, Jason.
Because he thinks, you know, and we're going to prove once again of all the jobs that he thought I had because, you know, we'll delve into that in just a little bit, you know, before we have Stephanie on in the next 10 minutes.
Very good, yeah.
Yep.
She's going to put him in his place, I hope. You know, I know she will. You know,
I'll tell you right. I'll tell you right now. When Stephanie comes on, you ought to take some notes on this one because she's gotten the worst of it.
Well.
And I'm going to reread an article that involved her so badly. I mean, she literally was crying because he printed this bogus article. He typed it out on his blog. Okay, you know, stalking her, telling her she's sleeping with the enemy. Posing as Susan Foster and stating that Susan Foster, well, I went and talked to Stephanie at midnight and told her to give up on Jason because he's nothing but a stalking bum who don't know how to be nice to everybody.
Well, you're a fucking Chucky. You're a fucking evil prick. That's all I have to say.
In fact,
I have a lot worse to say, which I will say on a later on.
In fact, I can pull up that comment.
Consequences are coming, Chucky.
Yep. Let me see if I can. Because these are all of the Susan Foster comments.
You and your stupid Susan Foster. We've had enough of it. You know, you've offended me. You nearly put me in upheaval. You're judging me. You're attacking everybody else. It's Breon, you, Decanio.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let me see if I can pull this up real quick because it was sometime last year that he typed it up, but I got it. I mean, he might have deleted it if he didn't, but I've saved it because, like I said, you know, the team pause is. I tell you, we're gonna throw that group right onto the table, and you know, it's gonna be pretty sad when he has to look at all of that and say, you know, okay, here's what he said under the Susan Foster name. He says, I've been chatting with Steph at night on Yahoo Messenger. She's a nice girl. I'm trying to convince her that if she's dealing with a hyperactive guy that may get himself into a lot of trouble down the road. She's starting to agree. You know, first of all, and I can vouch for this because I know Stephanie over 2.5 years, 29 months to be exact. She does not use Yahoo Messenger, okay? Yahoo Messenger has nothing but a bunch of virus bots on there. It's old chat school, At one time, Yahoo Messenger was the greatest chat in the all, and then it got overrun by hackers like himself.
Exactly.
You know? Here's another one.
We know. Go ahead.
Here's another one.
On you.
Paranormal Susan Returns says, Jason is a 2-bit crackpot dictator of YouTube and Ustream. If he was leader of an island, I could see him putting people to death daily who disagree with him. The tyrant unleashed another vicious wave of video attacks, again falsely accusing people. Tine, T-I-N-E, to make an arrest against him. Well, my dear Paranormal Susan, a.k.a. Charles W. Fitch, a.k.a. ebayisajoke, a.k.a. Fat Loser from Canton, Michigan. Here's the thing. You're not going to get me arrested. Okay? You yourself are going to get arrested for writing this bogus crap. Plain and simple. Real simple. I mean, I could make, if I did a whole show on nothing but what he wrote under the Susan Foster account, we'd be here for 5 hours.
Right.
You know?
And I got a nickname for Chucky Fish, another nickname. He's Bin Laden, too. Bin Laden the second, right? That's right. He's a reclone of his Osama Bin Laden, at least to me. He's like the terrorist of the internet. You know? Terrorist of eBay. That's, in my eyes, that's who I view him. The prickheads. You better listen to this, Chucky, and you can say what you want to me. You are Osama Bin Laden. You think I'm the madman of America. And you think Decanio's the madman of Vito Kissimmee? I'm the madman of America, the United States of America? You're the public enemy, Chucky Fitch. You're the fugitive from the law. You're armed and dangerous, I think, in the mind or whatever way. You're associated with pornography. I know about you. I've done some research of my own. Mm-hmm. You were laughed at when you worked at Samin's. People laughed at you because you were a goddamn troublemaker. And I would laugh at you too. You know, I would laugh at you too. Now it's my turn to enjoy the fucking cake. You know, Chucky? Bitch? Woman? You act like a man, woman. How do you like that for being bullied me? Yep. Fucking jerk off. Sorry, audience, that you have to hear me upset like this, but after I've been bullied all my life. Not just physically, but mentally. And it's horrible, you know? I can tell you a whole day when I meet you personally again, but, you know, that's for another time. And it'll be heart-wrenching, you know? Not just by public enemy Fitch. Apparently there's a lot of people to contend with, man. Besides you, Fitch.
Oh, and here,
you understand me?
Here's one, Chris, back from July 21st of last year, where he impersonated you using your name. He says, right. This is one of the classics in the extended version of Jason Decanio beats himself and keep the heat on. Start watching at 11:15, laughing my ass off. Susan Foster comes back and says,
what the fuck?
I asked Jason to meet me in the chat room, and we were chatting for over an hour. He was hitting on me and asking me to meet him. Bullshit. I never even was, I don't go into no chat rooms like that. Okay?
Fucking idiot.
I'm telling you, I'm not just reading this for my health, you know? Jeez.
Well, I think time's about up, Jason. I'm sorry. Am I right, or do I got a few minutes?
No, yeah, you're pretty much there. You pretty much given us what we needed from you, Chris. We appreciate you coming, and of course, you're always welcome on the show. And I think
that's very self-gratifying too.
Yeah, and I
like gratifying
to
for all of you. And I do apologize to the audience that I used a lot of coarse language, but you know, it just hurts me.
No, you're fine.
If my audience could, your audience and my audience combined could understand me a little bit more, that would be well appreciated.
Oh, I know, right? Well, like I said, you're always welcome here on the show, no matter if it's a Jason Decanio show or the new show, which I'm going to launch in a little bit. So listen carefully, because we're going to need your help for that show, and of course, JK's help.
Right, we should do another show, because I forgot to mention the disrespecting the game show community. I'm so sorry.
I give you a minute for that. Please explain.
He was making fun of people like Jack Nars, David Nars, his son, Randy West. Well, he was saying there have been has-beens, Tom Kennedy, Chuck Woolery, Dean Goss, Burton Richardson, Paul Bolin, Jeff Edwards, anybody like that. He was saying, they can't find work, they're retired, they're has-beens, they're nothing, nobodies, And you know, that's a sign of disrespect. He was making fun of him. And now he's saying bullshit that, he didn't mean it. Make up your mind, Chucky. We know he should have said it first place if he said it first, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So shut up and stop. And you should leave us alone, too, while you're at it. So I'm reporting you to Randy West, man.
Yeah,
Chucky.
this is what he said. Let's see. Oh, yeah. He said this about 2 hours ago today. This was the most recent. He says, yet again, Jason and crew take things out of context and not focusing on the pretext. I meant no disrespect to those in the former game show community. They are all wonderful people, and I apologize if what I said offended them, even if they even read what I wrote. What I meant by old news was they were popular back in their time, and now they're living a nice retired life. What I was asking for was 3 up-to-date pop culture names that an everyday person would know right off the bat. That's all I was asking. Yet again, viciously, ferociously attacked by Jason and crew on his 4th channel. Unbelievable fat boy. 'Tis true, and good Lord. And he's using Baron Bomb Burst from the movie Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Ooh, excuse me, sorry.
And here's my response to this. Chill, dude.
Right.
For a guy like me, who has been pretty cool as to try to make you realize you are the loser here, bro, and that you need to fight the right people, you're telling me to chill? Airhead Fitch needs to realize he is the one being sued for using the names of characters from movies without the written permission of those production companies. So to Baron Von Stupid and incompetent Raphael, this is why you are being doxxed. 'Tis true you are sick in the head, and the coward you are will be exposed. The real channel I have... Yeah, wait a minute.
Go ahead.
The real channel I have is going to, once and for all, put you in the light to make those who do not know about you come after you with fighting colors. So prepare for that which you cannot win. Oh, Lord, when will you learn? Jesus Christ, have mercy on Charles Fitch. And then I said this. You seem to think I'm going to be a guest on your false show. Fuck you, fathead. I told you where you can debate me. On 30JK and nowhere else. You will not call the shots, turd. I'm the one who makes the decisions as to whether or not you get what is coming to you. The coward you are never seems to answer the challenge, so that's why you'll be exposed until you decide when the torture for you is over.
It's a show, first of all. Mind your business, Chucky. And you know what? You're getting typed. Anything you say can be typed, will be typed. We'll speak to what that is. Typewritten. Yes, that's right. Anything later you say bad about it, yes, this is typewritten. Okay, let you go, Jason.
Thank you, Chris Kennedy, and enjoy the rest of the show.
God bless you.
Like I said...
I mean that from the truth.
All right.
Everything.
You take care of yourself and enjoy the rest of the show.
No problem, brother, man. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We'll see you again.
Yep, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, there you have it, friends. Chris Kennedy from our internet radio show, good, loyal friend and true of the Jason Decanio Show and all of the venues that are associated with me. WJDC studio time is 7:53. You are listening to the Jason Decanio Show, episode 440, on this Wednesday, April 22nd, 2015. We're coming to you live from the WJDC studios in beautiful Oviedo, Florida, for a great edition that's got a lot of informative information for you with great guests tonight. One of them, which you just heard, Chris Kennedy. Up next, you're going to hear from my newly engaged fiancée of 29 months, Stephanie Breon. She's going to tell her story, and we're also going to be talking about the article that he wrote against her, pretty much exposing her because, of course, she is my girlfriend in all which way, shape, or form. And I tell you, friends, this is if you want to hear an ugly story coming from a poop head, this is exactly the story that could get this man put in jail for libel. I could sue him right then and there, put criminal charges on him, get him for libel, and make him cough up a huge amount of money. Real simple. So he's got a choice. He could take down the article. I will recaption the article, of course, because he could take it down, but I'll still have a copy of it. And I want everybody to know how this man writes. He definitely writes like he thinks he knows what the hell he's freaking talking about. Well, we're going to take a break before we call Stephanie. So what we'll do again, Jack?
You can't handle the truth.
That's right. You can't handle the truth indeed. And when we come back, I will definitely get Stephanie Breon on the line, and we will definitely talk to her and get her great story about how Charles W. Fitch has pretty much stalked her for the last 2.5 years since she's known me. And we're doing all right here. Having a fun time on the show. Yep. Don't worry. I'm going to read the article. Now, before Stephanie comes on, I'm going to read the article for everybody to kind of refresh the mind here. Get her worked up a little bit. Not to the point of it. Don't worry. I have the article saved, ready to go. Because, friends, this article here pretty much kind of almost, I wouldn't say it would have broke up me and Stephanie, but I think he was trying to put her on the spot to make her think that I am not worthy to have a girlfriend because he's a lonely son of a bitch. And because lonely people like that will do anything to break up a happy relationship between two people. And friends, it's officially, as of yesterday, me and Stephanie Breon now are an engaged couple. We made the announcement yesterday on Facebook. We thank everybody for all of the comments. Yes, friends, there was a lot of comments out there, and because there's a lot of great supporters and a lot of great friends who truly are happy for both of us. And yes, Mr. Fitch, now you can pee in your own pants because all the accusations of me being a lonely little scum, that's not really true, okay? You are the scumbag, and you will continue to be lonely because right now you put yourself out there as the guy who pretty much could never get a girl unless it was a blow-up doll and it was pumped up full of helium, okay? So, before we call Stephanie, let me go ahead and give you the article. In fact, we're going to post this article to Team Pause so that you can read it. All right? And I'm going to post it right now. Everybody can follow along. All right? It's and for those who are in the Team Pause group, there you go. Now, the picture on this, of course, was stolen from me. Okay, that's a picture I have of me and Stephanie we were going to a Mets game, spring training last year. And so, of course, the article was written sometime around March, I would say March 17th. Not St. Patrick's Day, I would say March 25th, right around the time, the end of the month, before the Mets started their spring training for their regular season of 2013. Title of the article was called, Does Stephanie Breon Really Know Jason Decanio? Written by, of course, eBay is a Joke, Charles W. Fitch, from the website stopinternetfraudteam.com. Bogus crap, really. This article has just... It's got baseless crap. It's got some facts, but you could really tell the tone of the voice where he was going with this. So, here we go. Would Jason Decanio's girlfriend, Stephanie Breon of Kissimmee, Florida, really be with him if she knew exactly what this guy's mental condition was all about? Apparently, Stephanie Breon, who has hooked up with Jason Decanio of Vito, Florida, through a website called Plenty of Fish, has no idea who she's involved with. He is dangerous, and he may involve her in such crimes as mail fraud and internet cyberbullying and stalking. We call Jason Decanio, the Walgreens employee, going mad because we have video footage of him beating himself up with his own fists and screaming on video like a child gone mad. We offered to get help for Jason at one time, but he declined. Yeah, right. Jason Decanio's newest YouTube channel is The Queen's New Yorker, starring only himself. An online radio show revealed the two being together almost 9 months ago, and Jason Decanio has been bullying and stalking eBay as a joke for over 2 years on YouTube, false flagging his channels and filing false copyright and inappropriate content claims on his eBay videos to get them removed. So could eBay Inc. have some sort of involvement here? Well, we don't know for sure, but anyone that can tie Jason Decanio or Stephanie Breon to eBay Inc. or PayPal should drop a dime at the following email address at dropadime@showbusters.org, and you will remain anonymous. Yeah, right. You'll be exposed. We also have many of Jason Decanio's YouTube channel comments screen captured at showbusters.org, where we reveal just who Jason Decanio is through his multiple use of fake accounts, which is, of course, a bogus lie. We have a video of him threatening people on YouTube. Lie again. YouTube has since terminated many of his accounts. Lie. You mass flagged them with your fake channels. But we backed up all his footage so we could for you to witness and be the judge. Tell us what you think. Should Stephanie Breon escape this madman while she has a chance? Or will she stick up for her man and possibly be implicated in such internet cyber terrorism that has become this ex-New Yorker? So the title of the video that he did was Stephanie Breon Sleeping with the Enemy. And I don't know, I can't get the video pretty much there. Anyway, to join me on the line right now, let's get my newly crowned fiancé, my panda bear of 29 months on the line. Here is Stephanie Breon.
Hello.
Hey, Stephanie, what's going on? It's Jason from Jason Decanio Show.
Not much. I'm just chilling over here, having something to eat.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. As always, you know you're always welcome here on the show. And once again, congratulations. We did it, baby. 29 months. We are finally engaged. Yay.
Yep, we finally did it.
But now you are here to tell your story of how Charles W. Fitch has been victimizing you for the last 2 years since you've known me. Please, you have the spotlight.
It's been about 2 years, I'd say. And I don't even know, can't even understand why it is that he's going after me other than just me being with you.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, what's your reaction to this article that I just read to you? I mean, this is grounds for libel, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. At first, when I first read it, I was really pissed off.
I would believe so. Yeah, anybody who would be pretty much called out as far as where the website was and so on and so forth and where your exact location is and putting all that in and then okay, first of all, okay, yes, we did meet on Plenty of Fish, but once we met in person, we closed our accounts because you don't stay on there.
We closed it up that night.
That's right, because we knew it was love at first sight.
Exactly.
Right. And we didn't want to lead other people on stating that we were dating somebody, yet we're still on Plenty of Fish. You can temporarily close your account, or if you feel that you're with somebody and it's working out for you, you can always reclaim your account later on.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. So, but when I was accused of the mail fraud and the cyberbullying and the stalking, well, my intentions were, I never even involved you in it. I tried to keep you off to the side with all this stuff because it wasn't your problem.
Exactly. You were trying your hardest to keep me behind the scenes, or if not out of it completely.
Right. And you came on the show. You came on one of the shows over the weekends when you were co-hosting with me. I fully interviewed you on this, and he took that like it was a freaking joke. And he said you were he said you were crazy too. He said Stephanie's just making all this bull crap up. Dude, let me tell you something. And this is me talking to him. You got no credibility whatsoever, okay? You're writing a bunch of horse shit, and as far as I'm concerned, you're stalking my girlfriend, okay? You got a serious problem with my girlfriend. That's worse than you stalking a guy. The worst thing you could possibly do is stalking a woman, okay? That's the worst thing you could possibly do.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And if I could afford, and if I was able to afford it, I would have sued his ass. Oh, sorry, I'm trying not to cuss right now.
Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Curse all you want. I know you're in a place where there's,
Yeah.
So I understand that you've got to keep it to a minimum because they'll be all looking at you like, what the heck who is he talking to? Hey. But,
yeah, exactly.
Now, did you ever get any emails from him personally? from your channel?
No.
That's weird.
No, I haven't gotten no email from him, luckily.
That's really weird. Yet, we know for a fact that he has subscribed to your channels.
Yeah, I think one or two of his channels subscribe to mine. I have to check and see which ones because I can't remember them right offhand.
I can even check for you too. I have my YouTube, set here, so I can even, pretty much.
Yeah, and I'm almost there right now. Anyway, see, let's try this one.
No, take your time. It's all right. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe
I bet you 10 to 1. One of them is Susan Foster. Am I right?
If I'm, excuse me, feel like I got something stuck in my throat. If I'm not mistaken, I think that is one of them. Trying to. For some reason I can't seem to find that.
Well, yeah, let me see.
I see it where it says 3 subscribers, but it's not showing me a list of who all has subscribed to it. Let's see.
And that's weird that you can't pull up who has subscribed to you.
Hold on. Okay. Oh wait. All right. No, wasn't on my. Maybe since yeah, it was found it. I found where it was. It was on my It was on where it shows my name. But yeah, Phil Guru, Lampy, and Susan Foster.
Typical. There you have it, friends. A second eyewitness to the fact that he's using the same names to subscribe to any channel that's affiliated with me. Because all he's got to do, friends, is look at all who I'm subscribed to, and all he's got to do is hit the subscribe button, and he automatically ties himself in with the other channels that are associated with me, including my girlfriend's channels. Can you believe this? And he says, "Oh, I don't know these people. You're gonna have to ask him yourself, dude. I know it's you. We have vintage proof that it's you who are claiming these channels. All you got to do is look at how he writes.
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm. Well, like I said, there's 3 of his fake channels that subscribe to me, but I haven't gotten any messages on any of my YouTube from him.
Mhm.
So.
What do you think of him impersonating the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? And I know you're a big fan of that.
Yes, I am a fan of the original Ninja Turtles, not the newer ones. But I'm perplexed. I guess that would be the best word I would choose to describe it. To impersonate a cartoon character that I pretty much grew up watching since I was a kid he's really asking for trouble. That's all I know. And I am so waiting for the day that he gets a huge lawsuit from any of these like big shot like the TV people or movie people that he's supposedly impersonating.
Right. Because it's high time that these movie production companies or these television production companies start realizing that their names are being used on people's websites without their written permission consent. And that's the big thing here. Copyright infringement, friends. You know, he sparks me so badly for copyright infringement. I've told him on numerous occasions, and I have said it, and I quote, everything that I do here on Ustream and on YouTube is copyright protected. Okay? That's why we roll the credits on the Queens New Yorker returns of the people who are actually behind the scenes going there. All right? Those are the people who have submitted their stuff. Mr. Instrumentalist Nick Jones provides the music. Jason Kelly provides the announcements. Chris Kennedy does the post-production. Okay, I cite the articles that I use. I give credit to where credit is due. Okay? I read for verbatim, and I do not plagiarize because I'm sure as heck not quoting it as my own work. I'm just reading it word for word. And I'm giving you I'm interpreting what the person is saying. Okay? I have a way of reading where I interpret so it makes you feel like you're actually there. Okay? The whole premise of the Queens New Yorker show, friends, is to basically make you feel like you're there or make you want to visit that great little borough with the 43 cities in it and the Rockaways. Okay? There's no plagiarizing going on in that whole thing, and there never was. And I know for a fact that he's flagged numerous videos of mine, but here's the thing. Never got a strike on the channel, even if he flagged it 4,000 times with 4,000 fake accounts.
Yeah.
You know?
But yet he keeps screwing up. To put it nicely, like I said, he keeps screwing up left and right and getting himself into trouble because he never learns.
No.
Plain and simple.
No, he'll never learn. Well, we're going to educate the boy, the incompetent fool that he is. And he wants a lesson on how to get it handed to him. Real simple. You know?
Yep.
And I surely, like I said, I don't feel sorry for this dude anymore, and I don't respect him, and I sure as hell hate his freaking guts. Yes, I do have hate in my body, friends, and it's because my hatred goes towards him. I love everybody else, but if you want to fuck with me and you want to fuck with my friends, you're asking for a war you know you can't win.
Exactly.
And you know, we've been together 29 months, and there's great friends like Jason Kelly, Chris Kennedy, you know, Matt Zolo, Joseph DeMarco, everybody on my friend Facebook page. Of the 398 people I know, everybody from the class of 1995, those people I've gone and had interactions with, those are real people. They're real friends. They're acquaintances on Facebook, and I'm glad and honored and privileged to know them. Whether it was today or 30 years ago, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
So it irks me when a guy who doesn't know me and don't want to get to know me says I have no supporters. I have a fall radio. I love how he uses the FAUX fall faux radio show. You know, that's his words. I don't know what are you, French or something? Dumbass. Okay, speak to me in English. Stop using these hairline trigger names, okay? Speak to me correctly. I know it's him. Okay? And anyone who's read his crap knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I read it every day because every morning, or at least every time I turn on I boot up my tablet, I'm getting notifications.
Yep.
Of what he's posting through you.
That's right.
And everything that he posts, I just shake my head like, gosh, what an idiot.
You see, Mr. Fitch, you've got a lot of people out there that are worried about your mental stability. Are you going to blow your top? Are you going to panic? Or are you going to show us that? Or maybe you're even going to show us a different side. I don't know. Okay, whatever this guy decides to do, he better do it quickly or start fessing up, because the more he can fess up, the less penalties and the less consequences he's going to have to deal with. Will he get off the hook for all this stuff? I don't think so, because he's lost in court so far a total of 6 times. And you would think after 6 times in being in court that you ought to give it up and hang your hat up.
A normal person would, but apparently with this bonehead, it's like he's as dumb as a mule, or as stubborn as a mule.
Stubborn
or whatever
mule.
Stubborn as a mule and dumb as the dumbest animal in the world.
Yep, and that's why
they never get the freaking. No matter how many times you try and tell them or get them to do something, they're not going to do it. Or get them to stop doing something, they're still going to keep doing it.
Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much why we have nicknamed him the jackass of and it's stuff like that just I don't understand it. I really don't.
I don't understand it either.
That's right.
And it fits.
Sad but true. Well, and the worst part is he calls me an elephant. But here's the thing, okay?
Elephants are smart.
Elephants are smart. They're intelligent. They're Republicans. And donkeys are Democrats. And have a lot of brain issues as far as I'm concerned. Not all of them, but still, the bottom line of it is, friends, we're dealing with a complete jackass here.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm to the point right now where it's like, man, you can keep talking your smack, you can keep insulting me, it don't matter. It's all being doxed, it's all being documented, and you're gonna have to answer to all of this. We may be in court for the rest of our freaking lives, but I guarantee you, the humiliation factor continues.
Yep.
So.
And if it ever comes down to where I have to show up in court, which I wouldn't be surprised if I have to show up for court, I'll be there.
I know you would give a good testimony because you'd be testifying to the truth.
Exactly.
Of what you know. Okay? Here's the worst part of it, friends. And I told you, all of you guys at the top of the show, that he pretty much thinks that I'm working for eBay or PayPal or Amazon or any of the other places where, I said I was going to get a job. His latest stint is he thinks I work for Uber. Now, let me explain this to everybody, and including the fat boy if he's listening. And I've mentioned this in another video. I'm not going to mention it again, but here's the bottom line. Sometime last year around August, I heard about Uber, and I thought, great way to make some extra money because I needed the money to pay my bills. Like all of us trying to get jobs out there, jobs are hard. So I ordered the equipment. It came, but here's the thing. They want your car in the tip-top condition, all right, even though it's 2005 or later, I had a 2007, which they qualified. But I'm looking at my car, and I'm thinking to myself, I have a lot of cosmetical damage. Not damage, but stuff that really would not entice a driver to want to drive in my car or ride in my car. Plus, they had... It just wasn't right. I just didn't feel like putting my car out there on the road. So I held on to the equipment longer than I did. They said, please send it back if you're not going to use it. So I sent it back to them. Sometime in September or October, I sent it back to them. 2 months later. Okay? Because they said, if you're not going to use it, please send it back to us. We'll give you an envelope. And I said, sure, no problem. And that was the end of it. Case closed. Case sera sera. So, yeah, I may have had the equipment, but it was never used. And there you go.
Yep.
So I don't understand why he's bringing up something that happened over sometime last year and over 9-10 months ago. I don't know where he's going with that, and I don't understand the relevancy of his accusation. But I do know for a fact that if it was bad enough with the mail fraud, it's bad enough he's going to have to bring up something else. Stupid is as stupid does.
Exactly.
So I look at it like, okay, yeah. What does Uber got to do with everything? And then you mock my driving record. Buddy, let me tell you something. I've had 1 ticket and 1 warning in 20 years of driving. Can you honestly say that you had a better driving record than me? You drive an F-150, punk. and you get pulled over 10 times faster than I would. Okay? I don't speed and I don't break the law when I'm on the road. Okay? And driving is a privilege, and I make sure that I always have my driver's license always up to date and ready to go year after year, because when you live down here in Florida, you have to make sure that your license is fully 100% accurate.
Yep.
You know, so that, again, you know, this is where I don't understand where he's going with this. He wants to answer to why he's bringing this up. I want to know why he thinks that it's that I work for them, and why he can't understand that I do not work for them anymore. I never did work for them. I never had, I never had anybody in my car, and I never taxied anybody around,
Exactly.
So, again, and if you'd like to see the video he did about me as an Uber driver, I think I flagged it for privacy reasons, so it might not be on YouTube. But I think we have a copy of it to hold, because we always save a hard copy of it. So, Mr. Fitch, even though it may have gotten removed on YouTube, and you've got your original copy, we have a copy of it ready to go in case, in case you want to bring up some stupid, ridiculous thing like that. We have a video to back it up. Plus, we have all the evidence of you just bashing me to the high heavens.
Yep.
So, like I said before, friends, Stephanie, and what kind of reaction did you get to when I mentioned that? Oh, he thought he had you in a conversation on Yahoo Messenger as Susan Foster, telling you to dump me. He was literally telling you to dump me.
I think I remember that, and I remember all those comments that that fake channel Susan Foster was in, that they've been talking. She supposedly was talking to me and trying to convince me to leave you, and saying that it was starting to work. And I'm like, number one, nobody has even been talking to me about you. Number two, I don't even have whatever chat program you were referring to even try and talk to me, because it hardly ever worked on my end. So I got rid of it.
Right.
Actually, one of my coworkers told me to get rid of it.
And look at this. I just updated his wonderful joke video page, and a comment from Angel Moonbeam Returns. And I'd like to read this piece of garbage from this idiot. I'm going to copy it and put it to pause. He says, "Oh, Lord, I pray unto thee for the forgiveness, mercy, and grace of Jason Decanio. May he embrace love, compassion, forgiveness, and grace into his heart, forgiving thy enemies and loving them the way you'd like us to. May you open his eyes to see the truth brought before him. The choir sings a quiet hymn. On this day we remember being attacked viciously by our friend Jason Decanio. Good Lord, help this man. Woe is me." Well, Angel Moonbeam Returns, fat boy. You sound like Pat Finn on a Sunday freaking Baptist channel. Go find another job, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, right.
Now you're trying to sound like the preacher on Sunday. Well, let me tell you something. If Mr. Kuhn found out that you were mocking the Christian community, Mr. Fitch, I think it would be in your best interest to part your ways, because I think you're going to get a lot of heathenal shit from Mr. Kuhn, who, by the way, was exposed by the Calvary Chapel. We called the Calvary Chapel. We've exposed him to them. We've let them know what he's doing when he's siding with you. So, scumbag, let me tell you something. We're doing our homework. We're getting every one of you who you associate with, who you think is your friends, and we're telling them to watch out and be very cautious of who you do business with. So once again, friends, we're one step ahead of the Insane Clown Posse. and that's what I pretty much, you want to sound like, Fitch, you want to sound like a Baptist preacher on Sunday, go right ahead. It's being doxxed. You can talk your smack all damn day. This is ridiculous. And like I said, I'm going to put it to Team Pause. And I forgot to make my launch mention. And now that I have you here, and I have everybody listening, the Jason Decanio Show has an important announcement to make. This show tonight was hand-chosenly picked for the reason because we are tired of Charles W. Fitch harassing and bullying us. So, within the next couple of weeks, my staff, which is you, Stephanie, Jason Kelly, Chris Kennedy, we are going to put a show together. It's going to be called the Team Pause Radio Podcast. And what that means, friends, is it's going to talk about cyber bullies, cyber stalkers, the terrorism, the crap, the defamators out there, the people who insult and hate for no apparent reason because they themselves don't like anybody. We're going to expose them. We're going to make them feel humiliated themselves, and we're going to make them feel like they don't have any more to do with life.
Exactly.
Friends, it's going to be on Ustream, and we want you to tune in. And like I said before, and I am an advocate against all of this that Mr. Fitch does. Okay? If he wants to be the critic against eBay and PayPal, well, he's got to deal with them one-on-one, mano-a-mano. But when it comes to people against web stalkers, like the four of us, plus Mr. DeMarco, plus my friend Keith Free, plus Tara J. Jones, we've got a group of individuals that are tired of the crap that comes out of the Insane Clown Posse's mouth. And you know what? If I'm going to hell, so is Mr. Fitch. Because he's got a lot of explaining to do, and he better have forgiveness in his heart, because right now he's showing no signs of any respect whatsoever. Because he himself brought this upon himself, and no one else started this crap. If he would just leave us alone, you would never hear from us again, Mr. Fitch. You could go on and bash eBay and PayPal all you want, because like I said before, I never sided with that group. I think they're a bunch of con artists like you, and they are stupid for not pressing charges against you for robbing the cradle.
Exactly.
So now, okay, eBay and PayPal, come and give me an NARU. I don't have an account. You can't do shit to me, okay? Really.
And can't do anything to me either because, to be honest with you, I don't even deal with eBay. I'd rather avoid that site and other sites like eBay and Craigslist like the plague.
Yeah, obviously. So, I again, we're just sick and tired of the crap that Mr. Fitch, Mr. Detweiler, Mr. Kuhn have done. And I haven't even went to describe the other two dumbasses who pretty much cite with his way of thinking, because they really are not worthy of my time, yet they continually attack my channel, and they continually cite with a guy who pretty much is in a delusional state. He says I'm delusional. He says I got baseless facts for credibility and all this stuff. And I say, yeah, well, you still can't prove anything that you accused me of. He keeps saying, let me tell you something. He keeps saying, we can't prove that Jason Decanio did the mail fraud. We can't prove that he, did that. We can't. Yet at the same time, he says, yet we're great webmasters and experts at what we do. A double negative, Mr. Fitch, if I was you. How could you say you can't prove anything, yet you say you're a webmaster? I think you're a hoax. I think you're a dang fool.
I think he's a freaking joke.
He is the joke. He is the joke of eBay. He is the joke of YouTube. Okay, and no one's laughing at him. His credibility
is the joke of the internet altogether.
Yep. Yep, and it's ridiculous.
Whew.
Yep, and I'm responding to this. And after all that, so let the choir sing. Angel Moonbeam stinks. Oh yeah. I'm not going to forgive the enemies. I'm tired of forgiving people who insult, who don't want to forgive, who don't want to forgive me. Why should I forgive anybody who wants to constantly insult me? It's beyond. This has gone beyond, okay, forgiving and apologies. Okay, Mr. Fitz has taken this to a whole new level. Okay, if he would have come clean 7-8 months ago, before he started sticking his nose in my business and flagging my videos that have absolutely nothing to do with him, and you can even vouch for this too, Stephanie. Why would a guy, why would a guy who's more interested in bashing eBay and PayPal want to come into my show, which has nothing to do with him, and flag them? Okay.
All I could think of is he's extremely jealous.
That's exactly right. You have hit the nail on the head. Exactly right. Jealousy, as I've been saying before, is the main reason why Mr. Fitch continues to stalk me. Okay? And he's mocked me too with his eBay Critic Radio fall show. Okay? Thinking he's got 67 viewers and listeners out there and a whole host of other people listening. Dude, nobody comes in and watches your show because you blocked everybody's IPs. Okay? The only dumbasses you have on your show is Keith Delweiler and Ed Kuhn. Okay? The same boring assholes who have nothing better to do but to bash eBay and PayPal and bash me, bash Mr. DeMarco, say what the hell you want to say, and poke fun at us. Well, friend, idiot that you are, we're going to continually mock you, and we're going to continue to show you what a real loser is, and I have no problems with that.
And I have no problem with it either.
No, you don't. So, again,
I want to see him behind bars.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
But this has been going on for way too long, and I'm real sick and tired of this crap.
And you heard it, friends, from the second person, the second guest on my show, who to this date has been stalked by Mr. Fitch. eBay is a joke. Okay? Another credible person who has guts, has brains, intelligence, and, of course, beauty. Hubbub. But knows the truth.
You're making me blush here.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm putting you on the spot.
Hey, that's fine.
But the bottom line I'm trying to emphasize here is you have heard two stories from two separate people who have been stalked by this dimrod. Okay? It's the truth, and that is all that matters. Because, again, like I've said before,
You can't handle the truth.
That's right.
Exactly.
And we've been saying that for a long time, too. And when a person of his caliber cannot handle what is thrown against him, it only begs to differ how guilty one can be.
Yep.
Because he says to me...
So true.
He says to me, he's written, well, you take everything out of context. I can't handle constructive criticism. I blow up. Dude, let me tell you something. You're writing bullshit, okay?
Exactly.
Because you are bullshit, okay? I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. You want to take me to court? I got a nice surprise for you. A bag of poop and feces put right on your table, right in front of you. You can take it back to Michigan and make a nice fertilizer out of it. But it's a reminder that you are shit, you will be shit, and when you're in jail, the shit will come after you. Real simple.
Yep.
Okay? because, you know, he keeps saying I have a obsession with feces and diarrhea. No, dude. You have called me the turd, the poopy boy, okay? The whiny poopy boy. That's you. You flipped the script, okay? He called me a fat jizzy blob long time ago. I don't know why.
And I remember that.
Okay? He wanted to put a shovel to my face, and yet he denies that. He wanted to put me in He wanted to put me in the boxing ring with the boxing gloves. I'm still waiting for your challenges, Mr. Boob. Okay? I'm still waiting for you to come down here and get your ass kicked. I'm still waiting for you to do that. When are you coming down?
But he won't, because he's too much of a chicken.
There you go. Straight from, well, no. I was going to say straight from the horse's mouth, but my baby is not a horse. She's a panda bear. That's right.
You got it.
Yes. Straight from the panda bear's mouth. Okay? And again, you know, like I said, friends, when you come on here and you co-host, the times that we've talked about this issue, this situation here, it's been real. Okay?
Yes, it has.
I've had people in the studio. I've had Nick Jones in the studio. I've had DJ Kevin Martinez. I've had Antone Christopher, the bitter man, talking.
Yep, I remember.
My next guests are going to be John Flores and Leanna Bell Rosario. They want to come on the show. John and Leanna Bell finally want to do a show. I'm like, whenever you're free, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
And I remember you telling them that, because I'd be standing right there with you.
The invitation is always open to them, as is to everybody who lives in this area and who wants to come on the show and talk about this. The main thing we have to get across is we know for a fact that Mr. Fitch is the cyber stalker of Canton, Michigan. And the people of Canton, Michigan really need to realize that they are dealing with a dangerous individual. He may not seem that way, but he sure does write a lot of shit that could make him flip at any time.
Yep.
Okay? So it's not always what you see on the outside. It's his reactions to everything on the inside.
Exactly.
And again, I've said before, if the man wants to debate me, he knows where I'm going to be, and that's on the 30JK show and nowhere else. I'm not going to have him on this show. I'm not going to go to his fake radio show, because that's too much advantage either way. See, I'm actually calling the shots. I'm actually telling him where we could go to have a neutral debate where there's no advantage to either one of us. Sure, Jason Kelly is my friend, but Jason Kelly would act as the host because it's his show. And when I have Jason on in the next 15 minutes coming up at 9 o'clock, I guarantee you he can vouch for that.
Oh, I know.
I
believe it.
Let me also say, friends, that tonight all of the stuff that we normally would have on our regular show is kind of exempt. Spotify requests, there's no Spotify requests tonight. We may have JK's 3 strikes thing there, but there ain't no ticked off, because we want to get JK's story about how he was victimized by Charles Fitch. We want to hear his story, and he'll be on in the next 15 minutes. So I hope everybody's taking notes out there, getting some ideas on how you can fight this fool. And you can fight, and of course, if you're victimized by somebody else, this is where the Teen Pause radio podcast is going to really benefit you, because you can come on here and tell your story. And we're going to pretty much, give you information of who's been stalked out there in the country and why things like this happen. And it's unfortunate that there are a lot of people out there who are victimized, adults, not only kids. And we know that's a situation that, yes, the kids, it's vitally important that kids should never be bullied. But there are adults out there who get treated just as badly as the counterpart to it. And they should also have a chance to say what they want to say and stand up and fight and be treated just like that, treated as an individual with respect.
Exactly. I agree.
Mm-hmm. So the Teen Pause Facebook group page will now become, as of this week, It will become not Team Pause People Against Web Stalkers, but Team Pause, the radio podcast, which will be broadcast, of course, here on Ustream. And I dare challenge Mr. Fitch to subscribe to that show. I dare him to. I know he will. But I tell you what, there ain't going to be no call-in. You're not going to invade the channel. Good luck trying to get it shut down. Good luck trying to do anything, Mr. Fitch, because your credibility is minus infinity.
Yeah, right?
You know? And I tell you, JK's ready. He is ready to go. He is so ready. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Stephanie. We really appreciate your story. And we hope that
no problem.
We hope that you'll enjoy the rest of the show and really get, some information that you didn't think of before, because, I'm just grateful that all three of you have decided to come on here and pretty much tell your side of the story. Because, you're my fiancé.
It needed to be told.
Yes, you're my fiancé. I love you very much. And I'm so...
And I love you.
Yes, and I'm so honored and privileged to know you, to get to know you, and you've been with me since day one fighting this dude. And that, Mr. Fitch, is what true love is all about, something you will never know about. So you could be jealous all you want. You could be pissed off all you want. You're entitled to your feelings. But if you want to get over your issues, you better start deciding how you want to handle them, because right now you're just a ball of wax, my friend. Marbles.
In the words of one wrestler that I used to like, but I stopped watching wrestling a long time ago, be jealous.
There you go. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Stephanie. We will, of course, have you back here in the studio for a co-hosting of the next episode.
Definitely.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Mwah.
Mwah.
There you have it, friends. Stephanie Breon. Another great testimony to the fact that Charles W. Fitch, yet again, stalks the innocent victims who side with me. WJDC studio time is 8:46. You are listening to the Jason Decanio Show, episode 440, on this April 22nd, Wednesday night, 2015. Well, friends, episode 440 continues here on this Wednesday night, April 22nd, 2015. You're hearing the Jason Decanio Show live from the WJDC studios in beautiful Oviedo, Florida, for another great edition. And this time it's a special edition because it's all about the credible evidence coming forward from people who have been victimized by my cyberstalker, Charles W. Fitch. And before we get the man who's been probably attacked more than anybody else because he has a great radio show on Blog Talk Radio, Jason Kelly of 30JK, and pretty much has been harassed by Fitch for pretty much having me on and threatening him to shut his channel down like he threatens everybody with the same crap every other day. I want to read you an article that pretty much was posted 2 days before Christmas, sometime 2 years ago in 2013. And this is from showbusters.org, and this is pretty much about the credibility of my radio podcast show that has been on here for the past 6.5 years, mind you. It's kind of sad that this guy has to stoop to this kind of mentality. And really, like I said before, all of these bogus articles will be pretty much, they'll be pretty much be sued for libel. God willing. So let me go ahead and read you this article, because I guarantee you that he wrote it himself. He's even entitled it by eBay is a joke. That's his pen name. The Jason Decanio Show exposed as Hatred and Lies. Posted on 12/23/2013 by eBay as a joke, Charles W. Fitch. Jason Decanio says he wants no part of this feud between Team eBay Inc. and eBay as a joke, but continues to instigate trouble. Recently, eBay as a joke made this blog post in response to Spoken Gaza Pete's drunken, coked-up version or coked-up rage video. Insane in the membrane, Spoken Gaza Pete, YouTube insanity, to which Jason Decanio promptly posted this comment, and I did. December 20th, 2013, at 1:37, I said, and quote, "Your days of stalking are over, Fitch. I will answer once again on my channel the response to your fake mail fraud scam you supposedly think I did to you. Listen carefully, get some Q-tips to clean the wax out, and know once and for all that I'm innocent of all the charges because no one in the Oviedo Police Department has called me or knocked on my door questioning this issue you pulled out of your empty brain." He goes on to say, it's quite obvious that Jason Decanio is indeed instigating and helping Team eBay Inc. to flag videos on YouTube, as we have uncovered many times. Soon after adding the above comment, Jason posted this video to his Queens, New Yorker YouTube channel, which you shut down. Doc posted a video in response to my allegations, but it was flagged as inappropriate because it was. It was flagged for privacy. You basically talk to me like a little kid, Mr. Coon. Who the fuck do you think you are? I'm an adult male with brains. Okay, and even though you have been in the business of selling used cars for over 23 years, okay, where's your credibility, idiot? Okay, and just because you sit there in a wheelchair in your computer with nothing else to do but go in there and stick your nose in everybody else's eBay accounts, that's what you do. That's what you do all damn day while you're sipping on your soup or your sandwich, having your girlfriend make food for you, changing your diapers and everything else, okay? Another poop boy helping out another whiny poop boy. Two whiny poop boys. You know, it's sad. It really is sad that a guy of intelligence like Ed Doc Coon of Clearwater, Florida, would damn well side with somebody over 3,000 miles away in Canton, Michigan, just because he wears a mask. And just because the both of them got kicked off of eBay and PayPal. That's the whole reason why Doc is siding with Fitch, because he knows. Okay? He knows that I got another buddy here who I can hook up with. Because on your own, Mr. Coon, your credibility sucks to high heavens, okay? You don't know me. You attack my channel. You attack Joe's channel. You invade his accounts, okay? And you write garbage articles, man. Bogus crap. You could be sued for libel, you dumb shit. Really. Okay? You have been the thorn in everybody's side to eBay as a joke. You've been doing his dirty work, okay? And he praises you. He says, Doc here is the greatest author of great articles and everything. And I've read everything that Mr. Coon has had to say about certain things in the eBay Motor Sucks website that he pretty much puts together and has totally bashed eBay and PayPal. Well, you know, that's fine, and you're entitled to your opinion, Mr. Coon, but here are the things that I just have to ask you. Where do you get your sources from? Where's your credible information, and who the hell did you not get permission from to write these articles? Don't give me this free speech, it's a free country bullshit, because you have violated the First Amendment rights, okay? You've also violated the freedom of the press, okay? You've gone above and beyond what a normal blogger would actually write in his blog. Okay, when you write a blog, it's supposed to be neutral, not one-sided, not biased, not, well, I'm going to bash this, and I hope and pray to God eBay sees this so maybe they'll change their ways. Look, they kicked you off of eBay for one reason and one reason only, Mr. Coon. You broke the rules and regulations of selling on there, just like Fitch did, okay? You both got kicked off, and you got what come to you. Same thing with Mr. Detweiler. He's another whole story, too. You know, these three guys, these individuals, need to be exposed. Why? Because they're shooting their mouth off like pie holes. It's getting boring, friends, to have to listen to them constantly running their mouth off with baseless crap. Like Fitch says that I come up with baseless facts. Man, I come up with the facts. I see what I see. I watch what I watch. I retain the information, and I draw my own conclusions on it. And I am convinced from the bottom of this whole thing that you have screwed around with too many people. You have made too many enemies, including myself. Okay? You don't want to make... The thing you should have done, the three of you, is start building up a support team so that way, in case you guys have to go to jail, people could still run your organization for you. Okay? But unfortunately, you're only a mere 3 idiots. Okay? Yes, you're 3 idiots, and I'm going to continue to make sure that you guys continue to be idiots. You keep saying, we're web slingers, we're webmasters. Don't fuck with us. Hey, man... Then if you guys are webmasters, how come I keep coming back with the correct facts every time? I know who's fucking with me, and I guarantee you I could pinpoint all your stuff within a mere fact, okay? I may not be the greatest person to know what's going on the internet as far as codes and bypasses and all this other crap stuff that people use to build websites, and I'm not a website builder myself, but I sure do read the junk and the disgusting thoughts that people have, especially these 3, okay? And I'm convinced. No, I'm not even convinced. I'm assured of it. That these 3 have some very, very mental issues that they cannot handle when it's thrown right back in their face. And it comes right down to that. So, and The article pretty much tells all the bogus stuff about all the retaliations I did, and he's accused me of flagging it. Well, I'll admit to flagging all of his stuff because I'm tired of this guy shooting his mouth off. No one on the YouTube community, Mr. Fitch, wants to hear the negative crap coming out of your mouth about a company that screwed you over, okay? Nobody really cares. Nobody's listening. And as far as I'm concerned, you're getting a lot of thumbs down. Half of them are from me. Okay? And as far as your channel getting shut down, why would you immediately blame me for it? Yeah, I flagged it, but sometimes my flagging does not have capacity. Who knows? You could have been mass flagged by a whole bunch of people and didn't even know it. And don't tell me, and don't come out and say that Jason's made 150,000 fake channels. You can't prove any of them. I have proved to everybody on my show, on Queens New Yorker Returns, that out of the 18 channels that he says that I have had, I can only see 2 of them that were technically mine, that I owned, okay? And 1 was inactive at that particular time. And that's why I make that disclaimer on the screen. Of the 18 channels that he's accused me of, I only have 2. And 1 was an inactive channel. As of today, I only have 3 channels that are still active, partner verified, and monetized, and doing very well. And that is my main Jason Decanio channel, the Queens New Yorker Returns, and Panda's Book Picks, of which the Fat Boy and his cohorts have subscribed to my channels. And I keep pointing this out to everybody. If you have a vested interest in my show, The Queens New Yorker Returns, then show your true colors, put your money where your mouth is, and donate to the show. And he's even mocked me for begging people for donations. Cyberstalk. That is not... Look, asking people for donations is not cyberstalking them. Okay, I talk to everybody on a regular basis every day. And I just remind them as nicely as I possibly can. A little bit firm, but, and if I sound like an asshole, okay, I'm sorry. And I'll apologize to that. But it's vitally important that the donations go through the Patreon account and help support the Queens New Yorker Returns YouTube channel, because it's the lifeblood that'll pretty much help it. And then I wouldn't have to do these non-New Yorker videos about how Fitch is doing all this stuff. I could get away from that stuff. It's not worthy of it, Anyways, I'm going past my time here. We got 1 hour left, and it's all Jason Kelly's time. He gives me a half an hour. I'm going to give him an hour on my show. I usually give him a half an hour when we have a regular show. But tonight's special because tonight you're going to hear from the man, the 30JK Blog Talk fan base. I hope these guys are listening. I hope his fans are listening out there too. Jay, send that link out to your friends. Get them to listen into what you've got to say about this and make it a vitally important show. We're ready to call him right now. So here is the man that pretty much wrote the book on everything else in life. He pretty much did it. So let's get him on the phone right now. There you are, man.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hello?
Hey, is this Jason Kelly?
Who?
I'm sorry, I'm looking for Jason Kelly.
Oh, Jason Kelly?
Yes. Did I dial the wrong number?
Yes, it's the wrong number. Maybe you dialed one digit off.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry. Have a good night.
No, it's okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
What number am I? Hey, okay. Oh, whoa. All right. Wow. JK, I thought your number was 214-995-1828. When did you change it? Because that's not you. That's weird. Did you just get rid of that number? Whoa. That's a scary situation, friends. Fortunately, that person was nice enough to know that I dialed the wrong number. But, dude, okay. So flash your number across the screen and tell me if I was right, because, you know. Oh boy, that that's embarrassing. But it's weird because I've had that number. I've had that number programmed. Wow. All this time. Huh. That is just one. If it's 214-995-1828, boy, when did you? Oh, direct cell, 1825. Oh, okay. Dang. Okay. Let's try this again here. Wow. Yeah, I was one number. I was actually 3 numbers off. Wow. Let's get him back now. Hope and pray that this is him. Please tell me it's you, JK.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the 30JK Studios in lovely Louisville, Texas, it's your main man, your top gun under the Texas sun. My name is Jason Kelly. That's right. Chill. Yeah. Let's go.
All right. Welcome to the show, my friend. Thanks for coming in.
How are you doing, Jason Decanio?
Well, a little embarrassed because I thought I dialed the right number first. When did you change it?
No. That 214 I just gave you just now.
Yeah.
That is my number.
So
that is my number.
So why why all this time did I have 1828, in the
No. Listen.
I'm listening.
It's in your PM. It's
yeah, I know. I got
it's it's probably because you got a couple numbers mixed up, you know?
Yeah,
Maybe.
now I'm going to have to change it in my phone because because now if I ever want to call you on my cell phone, you know, this is pretty much.
I've always called you.
I know. It's like, it was weird. Very weird. Oh. But I'm glad you're here. I am so glad you are here tonight. Now, as you know, I hope you were enjoying the entire show, getting a taste, getting a taste of, you know, pretty much the individual who, you know.
Right.
Who's been stalking.
Stalker.
Yeah. He's been stalking you for quite some time, and you're going to tell your story, so go right ahead and tell it, my friend, because I know you got a lot to get off your chest. So the floor is yours, my friend.
First of all, let me give the official sound effect to make sure everything's official. Survey says.
Oh, I need to. I haven't put the survey. I haven't put that in yet. Sorry.
Well, you heard me do it, right?
I didn't hear it, actually. But I'll put
Oh,
it.
you didn't?
No, I didn't. It came in very faint.
Can you hear it now?
No, but I'll get you. There you go.
Yeah, there it is.
There you go.
Anyway, let me tell you something about my story, okay?
Go right ahead, man.
All right. I checked your YouTube page out, and you were ranting about Chuck Fitz, right? The
Yes.
cyber stalker.
Exactly.
And then no sooner than that, I heard my name pop up because of what the dude with the shades was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And he mentioned me.
Right.
Man, let me tell you, my ears perked up the second I heard my name. And as far as Jason Kelly is concerned, you keep him out of this. You recall that?
Yes, I do.
I don't know when.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I heard my name, I know I had to be concerned because if he's trying to humiliate me, let me tell you something. He's got another thing coming. He totally has another thought coming because that's not going to happen with me.
Right.
Because of the fact that I got great people like yourselves who know what time it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Right on the money, baby. Because, no one ever talks bad about yours truly, JK, and Liv.
Right.
So, with that being said, you know what I have to say about that. Survey said.
Survey said.
That's right. Strike. You will not pass. You will get the same treatment that you gave everyone else.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right. Because you know why? You just plain suck.
Yep.
And yes, 30JK Facebook Nation is a real show. I started it on the 1st of February, 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you something. It's been a heck of a ride.
Yep.
And I love all the people that I have featured on my show. I had Kathleen Bradley, and then I had Burton Richardson, and then Paul Bolin, and some other great, great guests, and there will be more.
And you've had Dean Goss. And,
oh, yeah.
Let's see. Who else? Randy West was on Chris Kennedy's show.
And I was a part of that.
That's right.
Yes.
You had Jeff Edwards on before he passed on, didn't you?
Yeah, we did that, but we didn't. We didn't receive him too loud and clear, too clearly. So, but you know what? All in all, Jeff Edwards, he happens to be a nice guy too. Right, you are.
Yep. And it was kind of funny that old Fitch was kind of disrespecting the game show community by saying they're old news. Dude, Randy West and Dean Goss are still doing very respectable in the radio business, okay? And even though Dean Goss is not announcing for any game shows, he still has his radio show out there in San Diego. And Randy West is still doing game show promos and everything and announcing for...
And don't forget Price is Right Live.
Exactly. With Todd Newton.
Yep. Mark Wahlberg and whoever else is hosting at that time.
Exactly.
I mean, this guy, if I were doing Price is Right Live, I would not be in Texas right now. Maybe I would be in Texas, but you know what I'm talking about.
All right. I know what you're talking about.
I mean, I'd be out there jamming with those contestants, man, giving out cash prizes like a new car.
Yep.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Dude, I got the voice for it. Randy, get me in there. I'm going to show you what I can do with my voice. Word.
That's true. And for all those who haven't heard JK's great announcing and everything, he sounds like a Burton Richardson of the 20 years ago, man. He's like a younger Burton Richardson, especially when he's announcing. That's right, man. Woo!
Yeah, you know it.
You know, they started doing that. When they started doing that on The Price is Right, Bob Barker was like, man, it's like the Arsenio Hall show audience came over here right after from late night.
Man, you think?
I saw that episode where they all started doing it on The Price is Right when Bob came out.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, that guy, Burton, I love him. I love Burton.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why I friended him in the first place, man. If you are real if you are real and love what you do and you love it, and I love it too, you're definitely going to be friended on my friends list.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very, very simple. Be nice to me, I'll be nice to you tenfold.
There you go.
And whatever that crap is about me and you, that's irrelevant.
Exactly. And I want to bring up a big story that he really got on us, or a big situation, is when you had the great anti-bully advocate Tara J. Jones on your show, and I was asking her stuff and explaining my situation, and he basically pretty much said that I scared her off, or and she pretty much was ignoring me.
Did not.
No.
I mean, who does this? I mean, you scaring Tara J. off? No, I wouldn't see you even close to doing that.
Right.
I mean, you're as cuddly as a panda bear. No pun intended.
Thank you so much, and I know Stephanie would agree with you on that whole 100%.
And speaking of you and Steph, congratulations on your getting engaged.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. I know that you and Chris Kennedy will be great DJs at our wedding when that happens. you're going to really entertain the people with great music and great DJing. I can just see it. It's going to go smoothly. We'll just have to rehearse everything and make sure we're on the same page level. You know what I mean?
All right, you know it, man.
Dang straight, man. So put your dancing shoes on, your bell bottoms, and your platform shoes, and let's go disco dancing.
It's disco time, baby.
But getting back to, with Tara, with Tara Jones and everything, I couldn't believe it. I really could not believe it. I mean, how could he have thought that I did that? You know?
I mean, you wouldn't dare.
No. And he was getting a kick out of it that she was pretty much telling me, don't fuel the fire, don't feed the trolls, and all the and on any normal person who is a stalker like that, yeah, I would definitely ignore. But this guy, since he's dragged it on for this long of a time frame, which is now officially 2 years as of this Friday, it's beyond ignoring. It's beyond apologies and forgiveness. This is war, man.
It's too late for sentimentals.
Exactly. If he would have, if he would have just left me alone last year, or not even bother with me, I could have gone on with my stuff, and I never would have even had, I would never have done this to him. He has to. He has to realize that if he keeps fueling this fire, I'm going to keep extinguishing it with the truth, because that's all I know is the truth. I'm the most. Let me tell you something, friends, and I hate to brag about this, but I'm going to brag because of my God-given right to brag. I'm the most honest, credible person you will ever meet on the streets, in your home, in your job, wherever you are. You do not have to fear me, because the only way you're going to fear me is if you fuck with me. That's it.
It's like you said, Decanio. You flush it, I flaunt it.
Righto.
Let me say that again. You flush it, I flaunt it.
That's right, man. That is so right. Because, I've
been listening to your show, man. I listen to your show regularly almost, man.
You have a regular spot, of course, on the shows that when we are not doing this type of show. I know you wanted to get your Spotify's in and your 3 Strikes award and everything. I totally hear you, man. But tonight we give you the floor to tell the story of how you were harassed by Chuck Fitch, because we know that you also had emails sent to you personally from him stating that your channel was going to be shut down on Blog Talk Radio.
That would be on my Twitter feed.
Oh, your Twitter feed. Whoa.
Yeah.
But you were harassed.
I saw that. Yes.
Yeah.
I saw that on my Twitter feed. It was just, ain't nobody got time for that.
No. And your reaction to it was, I don't know how did you react to it? If I may ask.
I mean, hey, I simply ignored the fool because I don't have time for people like him.
Right.
And the only people I have time for are family and friends. Real family, real friends. And I have a job.
That's right.
In fact, 2 jobs.
And he's having fun when he was working at the first place and now at this current place.
Oh, yeah. And it's going to keep on going until I say otherwise. Stiffy.
There you go, man. That's right. So, I mean, do you recall what was actually said in the email? And if you do, would you like to share it with everybody to show what a lunatic really is when he's threatening a channel?
Okay, Jazzy Jason fans and 30JK Nation, check this out. I got on my Twitter feed, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I saw something like, check this out. This is funny like a MF, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Media something. I don't know what that was. but I think it's one of his Twitter feeds or something or other. I don't know.
Right.
And then when I had you on your show for the first time, and you were talking about Fitch, or was that like a few shows ago? I don't know, but it was this one Twitter that came from him and says, if you don't remove my name off your podcast, I will shut your channel down, your Blog Talk channel down.
Wow. Plain and simple, huh?
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what he pretty much tells everybody, that when he wants to get people to be scared of him and that they'll lose their channel, and he'll mass flag it and pretty much do a whole bunch of mean and rotten things, because what pretty much he wants people to do is stay out of it. But here's the thing. We're not staying out of it, okay? You brought us into this mess, Mr. Fitch. We're going to clean it up, and you're going to get your ass handed to you on a silver platter every fucking time, man. It's going to happen. And the only way it's going to stop is if you stop first. That's it. That's a no-brainer, JK. That is an obvious no-brainer. It's an easy choice. And if he was smart, he would take what was good for him, which is to go away.
Right.
Go away and go whiny poop boy to the eBay people. Okay? Because the Queens New Yorker returns, 30JK, our radio show, and even the Crazy New York Driver show don't have time for the whiny poop boy and his cohorts. We don't have time for you, but you're fueling the fire because you want us to agree with you. You want us, unless of course we disagree, and then you want to take us to court and expose us for being haters of your opinions. That's, again, like you said, irrelevant.
And childish.
And immature.
I mean, I'm 40 years old, man.
Yeah, he's about 45. 46, maybe. He's only 6 years older than you.
Check this out.
That's pretty...
If you want to be an adult, act like one.
There you go. Nice one.
What
Good.
are you, 45 or just 5?
Sometimes he acts like he's 45. The other times he acts like he's 5. Because it just all depends on if he's not, and if the son of a gun don't get his way, that's when all the whiny poop boy comes out of him. You know, when he's pissed off and he's angry because we keep attacking him, the whiny poop boy in him comes out. You know. And then he tries to all cover it up and be like a real tough guy on his fall radio show and like act like he knows everything. And he's just doing the research of the articles, but you know, what he's trying to do is get everybody back on eBay and PayPal illegally. Okay? Because they were kicked off. That's all he's trying to do, and he'll charge an arm and a leg. And you know what? Nobody wants to go the illegal route, because then they're gonna get in trouble, and then you're gonna have a lawsuit on your hands. And who wants a lawsuit on the hands? You know, I sure don't.
He's a loser.
Yeah, and who would pay the amount of money he's asking for to go back on eBay at that price, when everybody should just try to,
That's right.
Try to work it out with eBay and PayPal before you go over to Fitchland and realize that the money you're paying him to try to get you back on, he's actually using it for his own personal gain. He's not helping you, because if he was helping you, he wouldn't be breaking the law to do it.
Mm-hmm. You're right about that.
I mean, here's another example. The consumer warrior, Clark Howard. There's a man who, if you want to have a home-based business, an online business selling stuff, go to his website. Go to clarkhoward.com and do the research and find out what's legit and what's not before you delve in and start giving your money to a bunch of people who are really not there to help you. You know?
Yeah, we can always Clark Howard, dude.
I've been trusting him for the amount of time that I've been listening to him, which is about 20 years since I've come down here to Florida. You know, he's been on, and I've been listening to him. He's on for 2-3 hours a day, and you know what he says makes sense. And he says, and he talks to you like an adult. Okay, he doesn't talk down to you. He doesn't insult people for making mistakes, but he sure does have great sympathy for people who actually do make mistakes. And surely, look, we're not all, you know, experts in the field here, and there's a tendency to go out there and do a good deal of some sort. But, you know, unfortunately, you know, there's going to be mistakes made, and people are going to get ripped off because when they see something like it, they just have to have it, you know.
Right.
So, but I would,
Man.
you know, I would rather get my information from a credible source like him than try to, you know, believe somebody who wears a insane clown posse mask from the movie V for Vendetta and point a finger and say it's your fault and that you're stupid and incompetent and lazy and you should be paying me money to get you back on. Hey, man, nobody should pay you anything, okay? If people want to get back on, they should do they should do it themselves, and you know, try to work with eBay and PayPal. And if it doesn't work, okay, you know, then hey, they screwed up. They made the mistake.
Right. Because once you admit you made your mistake, you can probably be forgiven.
Probably. I mean, I've never really had that situation because I don't sell on eBay or PayPal. And again, I make the disclaimer again at the top of the show and say that, of course, this show is not about eBay or PayPal. We're not discussing all this crap about, you know, top-rated sellers and the whole 9 yards. But it's tied into the fact that if it's got something to do with Charles Fitch, it's got to do with eBay, unfortunately, which gets me to thinking that he works for the company. It's a flat-out allegation. I'm probably way off, but the way he bashes and smashes and talks smack about this company, at the same time he says, I want to be an eBay consultant to the top-rated sellers and give them my have them work with me, which means you're going to steal from the eBay company and try to disguise yourself as a consultant, which means you work for eBay and PayPal, because he keeps thinking I was. And I've told everybody on numerous occasions in my videos, I am not associated with eBay or PayPal, nor Amazon, nor any of the online websites that sell stuff. Okay, I have nothing to sell anyways. Okay, if I was going to sell stuff, I'd probably do a garage sale, probably put it on Craigslist, God willing, if that was the case. You know, or just do a yard sale and have people physically come to look at the stuff, okay? You know, but when you deal with online websites, you take a chance by putting your information, your personal information, your banking information, your credit card information, all that stuff in, and you think you're in a secured area, and you're really not.
My piece of advice is really simple. Always trust your gut.
Yep. You're right.
Because if you see a site that you know that you can trust yourself, then and only then will you go and buy off that website.
Right.
Only if you trust them well enough.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't go on sites where I don't trust those people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because if that happens, no one will ever hear the end of it.
Yeah, and you know, I used to go on Amazon a long time ago, but I wouldn't. But even if Fitch was not on there, I still wouldn't go on there because it's still not secure. There are people out there who probably do 10 times more damage to me financially ruining me than Fitch would. Fitch, he may not try to ruin you financially, but in the process, he'll ruin your credibility, he'll defame you, he'll insult you, because as long as he thinks you're not going to agree with him, he thinks you're a sabotager and that you're out for nothing but, nothing better to do than to expose into, hey, man, that's what he thinks I am. He thinks I'm a cyber bully. Please.
Really?
Please.
Please.
The only person I'm attacking right now is Fitch. And that's pretty much who I should be attacking. I'm going after the right people who are attacking me, namely Charles Fitch, Ed Kuhn, and Keith Detweiler. Those three insane clown posse assholes are attacking me. So I go after the people who attack me, namely their hides, okay?
Right.
Who else, and whoever else wants to take a crack at old Jason Decanio here,
Ding, 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 ding.
Bring it on, man. Shoot. It's like,
Rocky Decanio, baby. You're good.
It's like, well, hey, we'll, there you go.
And we are live.
There it is.
Just like Bruce Buffer would say. From the UFC, the voice of the octagon, baby.
Right.
Yeah, baby.
Or as the guy who pretty much, I don't. Oh,
right.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know if he's got a short one there, but I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, there it is. Come on, baby, hook it up. Let's get it going.
And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah, Michael Buffer.
That's right, man.
Yeah, baby.
Good old Michael Buffer, and let's get ready to rumble. Yo, man.
Yeah. Yep, he's the man. He is the man. Oh my gosh!
So,
I mean, that was a surprise. I mean, I didn't expect to even had him on there.
Oh, he's on YouTube. I don't have it. I'm getting them from YouTube.
Oh yeah. That's right.
They're little sound bites. Like sometimes I got like a full-fledged announcement, from the beginning of fights and stuff of that sort. There's actually an interview where it says the Michael Buffer interview, how it all started. And it's like 4 minutes and 9 seconds long, but pretty much gives you, yeah. It's like that guy never ages, man.
I know. Can you believe it?
He's like Bob Barker, man. That guy never ages.
I know.
So,
what's up, everybody? Jason Kelly here with the one and only Jazzy Jason Decanio, and you are listening to a very special edition of the Jason Decanio Show. Normally, I would do 3 strikes and ticked off, but as he said earlier in the show, it's all about the man, the myth, the cyberstalker that is, you know who, Charles W. Fitch. Right now, let us pause for 6 seconds of station identification, starting right now.
Oh, yeah. Where are you? There it is.
Hey. Oh, man. Man, I am so ready to really rock it today. I was gonna do a special edition of Ticked Off, or it's just about him.
No, it's all about him tonight, unfortunately. I mean, is there anything else that you pretty much can tell our viewers out there how you're feeling right now? I know in some ways this doesn't kind of like slow you down, or it doesn't, get you, it doesn't stop you in your tracks. But somewhere along the line, JK has got to be concerned a little bit about what's going on and how he's, Look, your show's been on for 2 years, and the main thing, as we said before when Stephanie was on, is that this is a whole jealousy thing.
Yeah, and I agree with Steph
Mm-hmm.
because of the fact that we have lives, we have jobs, we have stuff that we're famous for online,
Right.
and he has stuff he's famous for online, but he doesn't want to do it the right way.
Exactly.
And because of the fact that he's been busted by Fox Detroit numerous times, as well as the police, and by all of us,
Yep.
by now he should have stopped all the bad stuff going around.
Right.
But does he listen? No. He just keeps going and going and going.
It's like the Energizer
And I
Bunny,
don't mean
man.
and I don't mean the Energizer Bunny either.
No, right?
No. Not in a good way, but in a bad way.
Right.
It's just, when will he learn to stop doing what he's doing? You know what annoys all the good people online,
Right.
and you know it annoys the news people, because every time he does something, he makes the news.
Right. Because somebody out there is somebody.
No matter if it's Rob Walchek or some other news reporter reporting it from, I don't know, Japan, UK, and all that.
Yep. And we got tremendous support from the KLOV arcade community. Just recently, they sent me word that they want to, send a check to me, and I'm like, well, that's nice and everything, but I would rather they go through the Patreon account to donate that money, because then it's safe and secure. Not like a check to my personal home wouldn't be good, but since they really don't know me personally, it's best that their money be safely donated through the Patreon account. At least they can go through Patreon's website, and they'll know that their money is secured.
Right, right.
And so that's why I heavily promote the Patreon website, because I think anyone who has a talent, what they're doing, you're doing with 30JK, what I'm doing with the Queens New Yorker Returns, anybody who's in the art, who likes to draw or do cartoons or comic strips or any kind of thing like that, and you have a passion for it, and you want people to donate to that passion, that's where that's why Patreon was created, for those inspiring artists in their respective fields to basically have people come in, donate money to them so that they can keep that passion going.
Right.
And that's the whole reason behind Patreon. And like I said, everybody should try to at least go on there and become a person who sets up their, donated to, because there's something out there that's for everybody, whether it's anime, video, YouTube channels, drawings, whatever the case may be. There are people out there that are willing to sit there and take a tour of a great museum that pretty much,
Right. I get you, Decanio.
So to have their backing, pretty much, JK it's just an honor and a privilege. The KLOV community, the arcade community. And that's something that just shows that, hey, they got a vested interest in the Jason Decanio show, and hopefully the Queens New Yorker returns, and we can get moving forward instead of having to go backwards.
Right.
Yep. Boy. So that's pretty much, the bottom line of it, folks, is that we have so much to keep fighting for. And I know 30JK is fighting every day to get great people on his show. And we'll plug a little bit of that. Who you got on this Friday? Because I know you wanted me to tune in this Friday, and I'll try my best to get over there. But who is going to be the lucky person to have a great interview with you for a half an hour?
Well, actually, it's going to be a musical tribute to the late great Johnny Kemp. You know, just got paid.
I can't believe he died, man.
I know, man. He had a lot of energy, man. I mean, his music will make you want to get up and dance. I mean, literally out your seat, have you singing along with him. I mean, hey, that's what an entertainer does. He makes you dance, makes you sing, makes you smile. And that's exactly what Johnny Kemp was made to do.
Wow. He was only 55 years of age, man.
Died too soon, in my honest opinion.
He died
4 Central, 2 Pacific, 5 Eastern. You know where I am. blogtalkradio.com/JKFX for life. You want to listen in? You want to hit that follow button. You want to call me. You want to tell me what you think about Johnny. All right? 347-857-2310. That number again, friends, is 347-857-2310. Or, like I said, once again, blogtalkradio.com/JKFX for life. You know how to spell it. Say it with me. JKFX, the number 4, LIFE, all capital, all one word. What do I say, Jason?
JKX for life, man. Word.
JKFX for life. Spread the word, and you know that's word. That's right. It's exactly right. Oh, man.
I tell you.
We will have a great time. Check it out. We'll check you out.
Should be fun. Anything else you'd like to add to the conversation? I'm running out of ideas here, pretty much.
Well, let me tell you something, man. If you ever come down to Texas, there's a place known as Raising Cane's. Yes. They got the best damn chicken fingers in the world. I work for those guys. They have wonderful people that work behind the scenes, man. Mm-hmm. Never mind that. Never mind in the background, man. It's just wonderful.
Yeah. I think that's your fan base calling, man. You know?
Hey, don't wait up on me, guys, man. Don't wait up on me, guys, man.
JK's busy right now, you know. The fans are going crazy, man. It's like, hey.
I know. Everybody's been calling me, man. Everybody's been so supportive, man. The 30JK, man. I mean, even the sexy girls are calling me. I'm a single man. What?
There you go. Exactamundo. Right on.
Just like Cameo. I'm living the single life. Single ladies, clap your hands. Single guys, clap your hands. It's a party. Ow.
Everybody, clap your hands.
Yeah, man. You know it.
Yeah, man.
You know it. Woo. Man, we are having so much fun on the Jason Decanio show. It's scary. I love it.
I know, man. It's like, I wish I had that. I wish I had that. Let's see. Everybody clap your hands. Let's see. Just the clap your hands. There's got to be like a, you know, there's like when they play
like a snippet of it.
Yeah. There's kind of like what you call the when they played on the basketball games. You hear it a lot too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. You just don't understand. I mean, I would like to have it, too. I mean, it's so catchy, and everybody loves it. The cha-cha slide and all that kind of stuff, man.
Yep, exactly. Let's see if this is the one here. Let's see if this has it here. Huh. Whoa, that's not
Wrong
it.
one.
That's definitely not. That's definitely not it, man. No.
You lose.
Woo! See if this.
Left foot, let's stop. Left foot, let's stop. Freeze! Everybody clap your hands.
There it is. Woo! There it is.
Yeah, I know, man. That was from a wedding party. Somebody put it on YouTube.
Yeah, man. Oh my gosh. Jason Decanio, you are the man. You are the man, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You have adversary upon adversary. You have been up against the best and the worst. And guess what? You come out on top every time.
Yep.
Every time.
Pretty much.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
And people say that you have no life. Well, guess again, buddy. You do have a life, and you do have a love, which is Stephanie.
That's right.
Which is your life and your love.
Oh yeah.
That's your panda bear. Your panda baby.
Yo, man. My bear. Me lamb bear.
Ah,
She,
I know, right?
She's the lamb bear. She's the lammy bear, you know?
And I've gotten the pleasure and privilege and the honor of speaking to Stephanie with you numerous times.
That's right. And there's your theme song, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. That's old school rolling.
Yep.
You can only hear that on 30JK and, of course, the Jason Decanio Show during my 30 minutes of jamming and slamming, baby.
Yep. And I'm going to play this music out to the end pretty much here. I want to thank you, JK, for coming on, man. I really appreciate it. Your testimony.
Hey.
Your...
Thank you so much for having me, man.
You
are just one awesome dude.
And yet again, thanks for coming on. I know the next time will be, of course, 30JK's regular spot on the Jason Decanio Show. That's a promise.
Oh yeah, horns up, head up, keep your chin up, because that's what you always do, all day, all night, all the time. Keep on supporting Jazzy, Jason Decanio, and as always in parting, Jason Kelly saying, it's a JK thing, sissy. We gone.
See you, man. Have a good one.
You got it, bro.
Bye-bye. And there you have it, friends. 30JK, Jason Kelly, out there holding the fort down in Texas. Remember to listen to his show on Blog Talk Radio every Friday and sometimes Saturdays. Check out the venue. There's always great people on that show. Real people that come on, just like we have here, just like you had it tonight. And I want to thank everybody for coming on my show tonight. I want to thank Chris Kennedy, my new fiance, Stephanie Breon, and 30JK. And for all the people who have come on this show over this 6.25-year run so far, thank you for being a loyal friend and true of the Jason Decanio Show. Without you, wouldn't have any reason to do this show. And, you know, as I said before, this show really was to emphasize that there is a cyber stalker out there, friends. He's real. And unfortunately, he just likes to play around with fake things and try to ruin everybody's day. You know? And like I said, I have some sympathy for Mr. Fitch. But unfortunately, my heart and my respect is running out, and you're spreading too thin, my friend. And I have to apologize to you because I really didn't want to do this show, but you forced my hand. It's unfortunate that you have got a taste of it. And like I said before, you know, This probably could have never happened if you would have just left me alone. Now, start taking your notes, Mr. Fitch. Start coming up with your fake accusations and your fake articles of how really bad this show bashes you. Okay? You're the thorn in the side. But see, here's the thing. You also up my views on this channel and on the YouTube channel. So in retrospect, you have a vested interest in my show. Whether or not you bashed it or not, you are a dedicated, loyal fan and true. But unfortunately, your jealousy has clouded your mind. Friends, that's all we've got for tonight. I'm out of here. I'll see you the next time on the Jason Decanio Show. Remember, be honest, be real,